Hello, welcome to Record Time. Record Time is a weekly Akashic experience where we explore simple and mysterious themes through the lens of the Akashic Records. If you don't know what the Akashic Records are, I invite you to explore my website. There are a couple videos there that explain what the Akashic Records are and what an Akashic Record reading is and how it could benefit someone. So, yeah, if you're brand new, that's a great place to start. But for now, just allow yourself to sit back and relax. If you have the next few moments available to you, if you're in a safe space, you can close your eyes and just let go of anything that's troubling you right now. And just gift yourself the next few minutes to do nothing but listen, receive, and chill. All right. So, I don't have a topic in mind today. So I'm just going to tune into the records and see what's there for us today. While I'm doing that, you can continue to relax. Take care of yourself in times of turbulence. I guess that's the theme. There's a lot going on right now. There's been a lot of movement and activity. I've experienced it in my life, and things it feels like are just gearing up for the summer. And so things are happening. People are doing things. You might feel like you have a lot on your plate. And yet it might feel like there's so much going on, so much to keep up with, that you're feeling like you're just struggling to keep your head above water. Maybe there's trips being planned and like more projects are starting. Who knows? There's so many things that could be going on right now. So if you feel like life is just too full and you don't know what to do, this is for you. Take time to take care of yourself. And we're not talking about like this fluffy, froofy self-care. We're talking about take a look at your life and ask yourself, are my basic needs being met? That's where you can start, because people are busy and you are probably very busy. I think everyone right now seems to have a lot going on. And so taking an hour to take like a bubble bath, because that's what self-care looks like, on the internet, that's not always practical, and it's not always accessible, and you might not like bubble baths. So instead of like reaching for something that looks like self-care, approach this practically and start with this first question. Are my basic needs being met? If you are feeling overwhelmed, this is the best place to start. If you're looking to like create a shift in your experience, are my needs being met? Are you eating like good, healthy food if that's available to you? Are you eating regularly, or are you pushing off like your meal times because you're trying to catch up with work, or you're trying to squeeze a lot into your schedule? If that's something that you're doing, and that example comes to mind easily because I do that all the time. If you're doing that, if you have a habit of like procrastinating eating, make sure you're scheduling in time to eat. And if you're feeling fatigued or if you're getting headaches, ask yourself, am I drinking water? And these are such simple things, but if you're not doing them, they have profound impacts on your mood and your experience of life. So when things are full, when life is busy, start at the very foundation. Keep it extremely simple. Are my needs being met? are you sleeping enough? And instead of like trying to reach for these like, yeah, fluffy kind of like luxurious forms of self-care, just take care of yourself practically. Instead of spending an extra 30 minutes doing something that looks like self-care, just maybe spend that extra 30 minutes sleeping if you're tired. And give yourself permission to let your needs be met. Like if you have the space in your schedule to fit in more of your needs, like if you're tired during the day and you have the ability to take a short nap on your lunch break, do that and do it without judgment. It's okay. It's okay to take care of yourself, and it's okay to have your needs be met in ways that might not look conventional. Yeah, it might not be socially acceptable to nap during the day, and you might not like it. You might not like how it looks or how it feels, but the advice from the records is you don't have to tell anyone that you took a nap. You can just take a quick nap and it's okay. So, yeah, and I'm not sure where this is coming from because this message feels very charged. It feels like super, like, it really wants to be expressed, this idea. So I'm wondering, like, where you're at. Does this feel relevant? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel like there's a lot going on and you don't know what to do? If that's the case, when you don't know what to do what you know to do. When you don't know what to do what you know to do. When things are coming at you very fast and you aren't sure how to tackle every part of your life, do the things that you know you need to do. You know you need to eat. You know you need to drink water. You know you need to sleep. You know you need to take time away from your screens. So see if you can just fit in one more of these things. Don't do all of them at first, right? Like, yes, do all of them. Please have your needs be met, but don't try to like improve all of these things if it feels like a lot, because you won't be able to stick to it. So just pick one. If you notice that your meal times are off, maybe just focus on today. Can you adjust that? Can you make that a little bit more comfortable for yourself? Or if that's not really feasible, or if that's not really relevant, can you drink a little more water? Can you go to sleep a little bit earlier? Things like that. And yeah, it's almost like this idea of like trading in superficial self-care for like actual taking care of yourself. And it's interesting, like the phrasing, it's like, don't do self-care, just take care of yourself, which sounds weird, but it's almost like this idea, this like word self-care has a whole other definition to it. And that's not really what I'm talking about right now. That's not really what I'm advising you to do. I'm not saying do self-care. I'm saying just take care of yourself. So yeah, trade in the things that look like self-care, the things that might be a little bit more superficial, that we are being told that's like a way to take care of yourself, is like taking time for yourself and like maybe watching a show you like. But if you really are overwhelmed, just set down all the luxurious self-care things and like instead use that space to just do the basic necessities and see how that feels. Does it feel better to not watch a TV show at night but instead sleep earlier? And the thing is, the reason it's hard to do this, because these are simple things, you know how to do all of these things, but the reason it is hard to do these is because it doesn't sound fun. Like, it sounds more fun to watch a TV show. It sounds more fun to take a bubble bath. It sounds more fun to, I don't know, like go get a nice haircut or whatever. But all of those things take time. And if you're really feeling overwhelmed, the thing that will help you more is to eat better and sleep better and stay hydrated and just take time to do nothing. So it might not sound fun, but it will help you more. if and then once you have those practices in place, when things calm down and your needs are being met, then of course, like, do all the fun things, use your extra space to like bring in the luxurious moments. There's nothing wrong with those things, but it's almost like we can't afford to be doing like luxurious things if the necessities aren't met, right? So it doesn't make sense to stretch your needs out and not have your needs be met, but then have like be making space, using your time and energy for things that aren't really required, but just look and feel and sound good on the surface, but don't actually make you feel better, like in reality, long term. So I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. And I'm very curious to see if it's relevant, because it feels like this was for somebody or a group of people or something. So if this was for you, I'd love to know if this was relevant to you, because it definitely feels like this record time was for someone. It feels like, yeah, I don't know. It just felt more charged than it usually is. So they were being a little bit more stern. So yeah, I'd love to know, where are you at? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are things kind of moving fast for you? Do you feel like suddenly you're starting to be overwhelmed? Or maybe you've been in overwhelm for a long time. Where are you at? Let me know. I'd love to chat with you. You can send me a message or connect with me on my website. It's minaruchi.com. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, I also have another fun thing to share. If you do have the space, if your needs are met and if you do have the space, I'm doing a free meditation class next week on Thursday, May 12th at 7 p.m. CST. So if you have the time for that, to sit and just meditate for a little bit, you are so welcome to join. It's a free thing, and you can sign up for it on my website or at the link on my Instagram bio. So yeah, if you have the room for it, then you're welcome to join. And if you don't have the space for it, just spend that time taking care of yourself. That is more important. All right, so yeah, until next time, take very good care of yourself, and I'm wishing you well. Have a great week ahead. Namaste.